everyone, my name is Jenna and I'm working through the book of Exodus right now. I'm working through chapters 25 to 27. And boy, let me tell you, these three chapters were so like, it was like reading a maintenance manual, on how to it was like cubics this, cubics that, cubics the other. And I was just like, I don't understand any of this, really, because it just got so, I couldn't see it in my mind what it looked like, so I had to do some research, which I've done now, so that I can help explain what these three chapters are. And it's going to be a bit different today because we're building something called a tabernacle, and I will explain shortly what that is. So we're going to go through, because in each chapter I'm sure it's going to follow on, we're going through parts of it, so I'm going to show you the three parts that have been made and just a little bit really about how it started. So as we know from the previous chapters we were reading, we were going through, Moses was putting down laws. He was up in Mount Sinai, he's getting all these laws from God and giving them to the people, and then they were having a ritual to put these laws together, and then he goes back up to the mountain and he spends 40 days and 40 nights. And I was thinking, he'll be in nice connection with God. And yes, he is. That's what he's doing. He's up there and he's learning. God is giving him this specific pattern to make this kind of altar to him that they will be carrying around with them, because obviously they're going to be journeying from Mount Sinai to the Promised Land. So he's giving him this design that they're going to, whenever they pitch a tent somewhere where they stay in a certain land, they're going to be putting this altar, which is called a tabernacle, together for God, which is where they can go in and worship him, so he can dwell with the people. So our chapter 25 starts first with Moses being up in Mount Sinai with God, and God is giving him these specific instructions, and they have to be followed to the nth degree, because it's kind of like a shadow of heaven. That's what I've read. It's like whatever's up in the sky, he has to replicate on the ground. So this is his challenge, really. He's given these specific instructions, specific measurements, and it's all in cubics. That's what it keeps saying. And cubic is basically 18 inches. So whenever you're reading through it, because if you want to read the specifics, then read each chapter and you will see the specific that God has laid out for Moses to follow. Now he asks, in order to put this together, tell the people of Israel to bring me their sacred offerings, accept the contributions from all whose hearts are moved to offer them. So he wants people to give from the heart. If they don't want to give, then he doesn't want it. He's saying give from the heart. And what he wants, really, to make this sacred tabernacle, which is a big tent, and I will show you some visuals, because for me, I'm a visual person. I need to see things. I couldn't really comprehend what was being laid out when I was reading just all of the details. I like to see something with my eyes, so I will be showing you it soon. So he lists, these are the things he wants people to offer. He wants gold, he wants silver, bronze, blue, purple and scarlet thread, fine linen and goat's hair for the cloth. He wants tanned ram skins and fine goatskin leather, acacia wood. Now, just to explain about acacia wood, in the Bible itself it says shittim, which is how I read it when I thought it made me giggle a bit. It's an Arabic word and it's pronounced shita, so it's shita wood, but today we call it acacia wood, and it's basically a sustainable wood, and there's over 1,300 varieties, just in case you were interested. And I just wanted to show you a visual of the actual tree. So this is the tree itself. That is an acacia tree. There you have it. So that is what he's asking for. So acacia wood, olive oil for the lamps, spices for anointing oil and the fragrance incense, onyx stones and other gemstones to be set in the ephod and the priest's chest piece. So that is what he's asking for to make this tabernacle, which is going to be pretty impressive, isn't it, by the sounds of all of that. So in chapter 25, I'm going to give you a quick summary of each chapter, what it covers about this tabernacle. So in chapter 25, he first tells the Israelites to make this sanctuary for him, then to make an ark with a mercy seat and 2 cherubims, make a table, then a lampstand. So that is chapter 25 really. That is kind of like a maintenance description of how these are to be made and how they're going to be set and what they're going to be made of. So that's 25. 26 is to make the tabernacle itself of fine linen, make curtains of goat's hair to cover the tabernacle, and make boards of acacia wood and linen veil. So we're starting to make the tent part of. So the first part is really the center part, which is the ark, which is going to go inside. Then we're starting to make the outer, the tent side of things. So then in chapter 27, we're to make an altar of acacia wood with bronze utensils, make a court for the tabernacle of fine linen hangings and bronze pillars. So that's basically what the 3 chapters are about. I can't really give a good story about that because it's all about, you know, putting these parts together. So what this is all about, this is what God is wanting to commune with his people. So he's wanting a place wherever they camp, this be built so that they will look at it as something holy when they go into it. They won't just take it casually, you know, he wants it to be sort of something very outstanding to the eyes, which it will be. So just to give you a visual of what the tabernacle is, this is it. So that's what it's going to look like eventually. This place here, this is the court area, and then you can see the tent there in the center. Just give you a bit more of a closer view. The tent there in the center, which is where the ark is going to be. The Ark of the Covenant will be inside of there. And we'll get into more details about this place as the chapters continue. The other part I wanted to show you is the actual inner ark. So that is what will be inside that tent. If you can see, there's a curtain there. So you go, it's sort of broken into 2 sections. You've got the first section, and then that where you see the line, that's actually covered, and that takes you to the ark, which is right at the very final ending place. So there you have it. I guess what these 3 chapters are showing is to put a place in your heart that is holy, you know, something that maybe you can visualize and you can keep so that you can go to that space and have that connection, you know, true connection. Because sometimes we do in our everyday lives, we just go about our place. That's I guess why we have a church, you know, it's a place where you can go to worship, but you could have this in your own home, you know, somewhere where you can just cordon off a section of your room or a section of your home or a room itself where you could go in and just have that quiet time, space. It doesn't have to be opulent, but I guess it has to be something where you feel that holiness. If you want it to work, I think that's what this is all about. You know, it's about creating a space which is classed as holy. And the lamps themselves have to be kept on for 24 hours a day. So the priests will have to go in there and constantly keep them on because it's showing that holy light. It never goes out, that holy light. It's always there, it's on. And so that's what that's all about. So yes, take of these chapters what you will. Links are under this video for each one if you want to get the specific details and read through it. They're there for you. So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you again tomorrow for more chapters within Exodus. See you then. Bye.